Hello, welcome. In this video, we'll be going through debounce in React. So debounce helps us to limit the number of times a function is called. As an example, when a user types in a search box that automatically loads results, we don't want to send a request to the database for every single keystroke. It's better to wait for when the user stops typing and then send a request to the database for those results. So as an example here, we've got a search box, and this help allows us to search for cryptocurrency. So as I type, you can see it's loading, but it's not sending a request. Once I stop, it sends a request to the API. And the results have popped up. Okay, so this is the functionality that we're trying to achieve using Debounce. Now I've spun up a Create React App application, and I've removed all the unnecessary files. I'm left with an app.js and an index.js in my source file. So in the app.js, I've got three states. I've got a loading state for when it's loading the results. I've got a search term for the user inputted search, and search results, which is for the results from the database. Now, in this example, we're using a useRef hook to store our search term as a ref. And this is quite important, and I'll explain that later on. In this app component, we've also got a handle API call function, which sends a request to the API. We've got a search term change, which handles the change in the search term when the user types in. We've got the actual debounce function. And then here we've got debounce request, which returns the handle API call function as a debounced function. And in here, so we basically we say if it's loading, if loading is true, then we show that it's loading. If loading is false and there is a result, there are search results, then we want to map through the search results and show the name of each cryptocurrency coin. Okay, so we'll go from here. When the user types in the input, it triggers this handle search term change. We then set the component, we set loading to true, and then we take the value of the input, and then we set the search term as the input. Now this is responsible for what is being shown in the search input box. However, we're going to be using search ref to handle the search term that we use to send to the API. So we also set the search ref.current to the input as well, and then we finally call the debounce request.